Hi friends, it's Mrs. Bassett. We're going to get started on 1.3. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, and here we go. So we're going to take our paper again and we're going to divide it. I'm actually going to ask you to divide it into actually 10 different spots. I know, right? It'll be okay. Uh-oh, I think I've got, so this is going to be our top one. Write expressions. This is review concept 1.3. There we go. Okay, so the big thing about writing expressions is being able to translate things verbally, taking and drawing pictures. So using those clues to those math words. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our 3 operations or 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All right, so words for addition. Hopefully you picked maybe sum, plus, total. What about total? How about more than or increased by? I'm going to underline that. Okay, everybody see that okay? Subtraction. How about difference? Less than. I like fewer. How about just plain minus or decreased by? Very good. Do you know multiplication? Times, product. Let me look at my multiplied. They'll come right out and tell you multiplied by. Not that one's pretty easy. And division would be quotient, divided by, or divided into. Hi friends, I'm back. So we just talked about addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Are you ready for some practice? Here we go. I'll get ready and I'll share it with you. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to say it out loud and then I'm going to see if you can. Okay, so here we go. So 4 less than the quantity 6 times a number n. Yikes. So let's write that down. 4 less than the quantity 6 times a number n. Okay. 4 less than the quantity 6 times a number. If I'm 4 years younger than someone else, I would take that someone else's age and subtract 4. So if I say 4 less than 6 times a number, I need to take care of this piece first. So how do I write 6 times a number n? Well, that's 6n. Remember that you can write 6n just like this. You don't have to write a dot in between, and we're certainly not going to write an x anymore because x's we use in algebra. So what is less? Well, less is subtraction. And then 4. Awesome. You just did it. 6 less, or 4 less than the quantity 6 times a number. All right, are you ready for the next one? Okay, here's the next one. Okay. The next one is, I'm going to read it out loud. 3 times the sum of 7 and a number y. 3 times the sum of 7 and a number y. Okay? Now you do that one on your own. Okay, so this part is called translating. So this is translating something verbally into mathematics. The second one is writing an expression. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a piece of writing here. Okay, and this is an example of a ribbon. It says cutting a ribbon. First of all, it says an expression, not an equation, okay? So a piece of ribbon L feet long is cut from a ribbon that's 8 feet long. Write an expression for the length in feet of the remaining piece. So a piece of ribbon L feet long is cut from a ribbon 8 feet long. Well, what does that mean? Well, how long is the ribbon? Well, the ribbon is 8 feet long, isn't it? And I'm going to chop from it L amount. And the question is, write an expression for the length of the remaining piece. Well, that's easy. It was 8, and you take away L, so it would be 8 minus L. Well, that's pretty easy. Okay? So it doesn't matter what L stands for, but we can write the expression. This one is use a verbal model to write an expression. All right, are you ready for this one? Again, use a verbal model. So here's our verbal model. You work with 5 other people at an ice cream stand. All the workers put their tips into a jar and share the amount in the jar equally at the end of the day. That sounds about right. My friend's a waitress. Write an expression for each person's share in dollars of the tip. So you work with 5 other people at an ice cream stand. All the workers put their tips into a jar and share the amount in the jar equally at the end of the day. Okay, so if you stop and think, and you take, I don't know, you got $100. How would you divvy it up equally? I almost said the word. Well, what would you do? That's right, you would divide. So in this case, notice you're dividing by 6. Tip money divided by the number of people, and the number of people was you and 5 other people, which means a total of 6 people. So how much ever the tip money is has to be divided by 6 people. Now, could you write it like this? So tip money divided by 6, sure. But remember that this also means division. Okay? All right. So the last piece is we have to find a unit rate. Okay? And finding a unit rate is really like finding something that happens. A rate would be miles per hour, like speed, something like that. So a car travels 110 miles in 2 hours. Find the unit rate. Well, here's the thing. 110 miles over 2 hours. Now, here's the thing. You want to have this bottom number eventually wants to be a 1. So what is 110 divided by 2? Isn't that 55? 55. Okay? And I want you to keep the units the same. Miles over hours. Now, what's that number at the bottom? Over 1 hour. Okay? 55 miles in 1 hour. This would be your unit rate. You want to keep that number to the bottom. Okay? Keep that 1 on the bottom. Okay, questions on that? All right, it's time to do some problems on our own. Are you ready? All right. Here we go. Oop, I forgot, really important. That's all right. We'll do practice. So I'm going to call this number 1. So I want you to do half of a number. What does of mean? That's the key word here. Oh, that means multiplication. You're right. Half of a number. Oh, let's make that m. So 1/2 m. You know what? Let's go back up and let's add of to multiplication. Okay, let's add of to multiplication. Number 2, here we go. The difference of 7 and a number n. The difference of 7 and a number n. Well, difference just means subtraction in between. Okay? So 7 minus n. Okay? How about this one? The sum of 15 and a number x. Sum. You're right, it's addition. 15 plus x. So I'll highlight these answers. All right, let's come over here. Number 4. Let's do for a situation. The number of pages of a 5-page article left to read if you've already read P pages. Number of pages of a 5-page article left to read if you've read P pages. Okay, well, how many pages in the article? You're right, there's 5. And I've read P of them, so that's how many I will have left. And remember, I'm writing an expression, not an equals. So don't jump on that. All right, and the last one, let's do a unit. Let's do 12 runs in 5 innings. So how many runs per inning? I like this one because it is a fraction. So let's see, 12 divided by 5. Well, 5 goes into 12 2 times with 2/5 left over, which is 0.4. So this would be an okay. So this is run per inning. All right, now it's time for you to practice. Thanks for watching. Bye.